Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain Dog Podcast. On today's episode, we're breaking down all of our Rocky Mountain Dog leashes to help you decide which leash is best for you and your dog. Whether you're looking for an everyday walking leash, a hands-free option for adventures, or something built for training and control, we'll cover the features, benefits, and the best uses for each one of our leashes. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly which one of the Rocky Mountain Dog leashes is best for your lifestyle. Please help us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel, and please tell your friends and family to like and subscribe as well. Let's get started! For listeners who may not be familiar with it, what is the all-mountain leash and where does it fit within the Rocky Mountain Dog lineup?
Yeah, Jen, so the all-mountain leash was the first leash that we designed and came up with when we rolled out Rocky Mountain Dog. It's basically our flagship leash. It's available in 13 different colors, 8 or 6 feet, and it's our most popular and most sold leash in our lineup.
What type of activities do you personally use the all-mountain leash for?
Everything. If I'm just going out for a walk around my house, I use it. If I'm going out for a hike, I use it. If I'm cross-country skiing, I use it. If I'm going for a bike ride, I use it as well. Basically, this leash you can use for almost anything you do with your dog.
Let's talk features. What are some of the key design elements that make this leash different than a standard dog leash?
As far as feature goes, right off the bat, this leash has a very soft handle. So it's a neoprene handle. It's really easy on your hands. Secondly, it's got a loop here, so you can cinch up a poo bag or hook something onto the leash, which is quite handy. And the key difference is this is a hands-free leash. So you can unclip the handle. You could put this around a post if you're going to a store. If you're at a bench, you can hook up your dog. But the key thing is you can make this bigger and adjust it around your waist, and you can go for a walk, a run, or a hike. It's really good, strong webbing as well. Another key difference is it's got a bungee. So it's a shock absorber bungee. If your dog's pulling, it will absorb that pull, which a lot of people like. It has a safety handle. So a safety handle here to grab onto your dog as well, if you're at an intersection or need control of your dog. And then it's got a heavy-duty snap hook at the end. And this would hook onto the dog's collar or hook onto the dog's harness.
Can you walk us through the different ways that the leash can be used?
Yeah, absolutely, Jen. I'm going to stand up for this portion of the podcast here, and we got Butch here as our model. So right off the bat, you can use the leash just as a regular handle. So just like this, and you'd be walking around your neighborhood, walking your dog, or out on a hiking trail, hiking with your dog. The key difference with this leash is it can be hands-free. So you unclip the buckle here, and you can make this portion bigger. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger here. And right away, you've got a hands-free, so you don't have to be holding on to the leash. Make it tighter, and then you're walking around with your dog or going out for a hike with your dog. And you're hands-free. This is great for running, walking your dog, or hiking. Lastly, if you don't want that around your waist, you can make this a little bit bigger here, and you can put it over your shoulder and be walking your dog like this. For myself, a 6-foot leash might be a little bit short for this variation, so you'd be using an 8-foot leash. If you're shorter, maybe this configuration will work for you. And these are the different ways you can use the all-mountain leash, hands-free, or just use it as a regular leash with your hand.
What inspired the original design of the all-mountain leash?
Yeah, so when I first got Butch and I was going to get gear for him, like leashes, collars, harnesses, I really thought that the leashes and collars had no personality to the designs to them. So I thought I would come up with a design where we were putting places, scenery, into the designs of the leashes and collars, and that was the original inspiration. The first designs were Moraine and Rundle Mountain. So in those designs, we had the Moraine Lake landscape or Rundle Mountain. And from there, we've evolved the design significantly to include a whole landscape in all our designs, whether it's Banff, Canmore, PNW, and a lot more designs.
How has the All Mountain Leash evolved since the first version?
Since the first version, we've evolved the hardware on our leashes. So we've improved the buckles, the snap hooks, and also the webbing, as well as the bungee. And then secondly, the designs have evolved quite a bit. So they're a lot more elaborate in the designs, connecting the person's adventures to the places they're going to with their dogs. And now we have over 13 designs for the All Mountain Leash, and we're just coming out now with the Okanagan design and the Waterton design. Next, let's talk about BioThane leashes. These have become incredibly popular with our dog owners who want something waterproof, durable, low maintenance, and great for all kinds of weather. Jen, can you tell me what BioThane is and what are the benefits of having a BioThane leash?
So BioThane is a leather substitute made out of webbing on the inside, which has a PVC coating on it. Because of that, it is resistant to mold, mildew, and any UV damage. It's more durable than leather. It's also waterproof and it doesn't absorb any odor. And it's also very easy to clean.
Who is the standard BioThane leash designed for, and when would you recommend it over other leash options?
I personally think that the standard BioThane leash is great for pretty much everybody. I do use the 5-foot leash with Louie on our everyday walks. So the 5-foot leash is great for just everyday walks or if you're in busy areas and you just need your dog a little bit closer to you. It also comes in an 8-foot size, which is great for parks, trails, if you're just in a general outdoor area and your dog wants to have a little bit more room and a little bit more freedom on the leash. And then we also have it in a 15-foot leash size, which is great for training, recall practice, if you're hiking or camping, if you're maybe down by the river or at a beach, and your dog just wants to have more freedom in open spaces while remaining safely connected.
One of the biggest benefits is how easy it is to clean. Why is that such an advantage to dog owners?
So BioThane's waterproof coating prevents dirt, water, and odors from soaking into it. Therefore, it's incredibly easy to clean. All you have to do is wipe it down or rinse it off. You can use a mild soap on it as well. And then you're ready for your next adventure. With traditional leashes, it's just easier for the dirt and water to soak into it, which makes it harder and longer for it to dry out. And then you have to scrub a little bit harder to try to get the dirt out of it. And so people love the BioThane material just because it saves time and hassle. Instead of having to deal with wet, muddy, or smelly leashes, you can easily just wipe it down, and in seconds, you're back to enjoying your leash just like it's brand new again.
Let's switch to the hands-free BioThane leash. What activities are these best suited for?
Yeah, so with the hands-free leash, this one is great for walking, hiking, everyday multitasking, whether you're pushing a stroller, if you're carrying groceries or any bags, and you're managing multiple dogs perhaps, then that's when the hands-free leash definitely comes handy. I like to use mine often, mainly because Louie is such a great walker on leash. He doesn't pull or anything. So for me, if we're just out on our everyday walk, I'm normally hands-free just to have my hands free. So I can either if I have to send a message, an email, make a call or anything like that. And then we're able just to go hands-free on most days.
Can you demonstrate the different ways the BioThane hands-free leash can be worn?
When you receive your BioThane leash, the hands-free leash, the clasp will be connected to the D-ring. So then right away, you can use it as a handle. If you're looking to make it a hands-free leash, you would attach it to the second D-ring and adjust as needed. That way you can wear it cross-body. And then again, just adjust as you need to, or if you want to wear it across your waist, if you're running, you can put it around your waist and then just adjust as needed.
What sizes are available in the BioThane hands-free leash, and how should a customer choose the right length?
For the hands-free BioThane leashes, they come in sizes 6 feet and 8 feet. And one thing that's important to note is that it's 6 feet or 8 feet. That's the entire size of the leash, not from when it's clipped. So it really depends on your size and your dog's size. So if you have a very small dog who's very low to the ground and you're a very tall person, you're probably going to notice that you're going to need a longer leash side if you want to go hands-free. Also, if you're just around town, 6 feet is a perfect size for just casually going on your walks. If you are going to be out hiking, if you're going to be on trails, you're going to want to have the extra 2 feet in the leash. And again, it depends on your size as well. If you're very tall, you're going to need more slack for the leash. If you're a shorter person, such as myself, and you don't need all of that, then that would be fine. I've used both leashes on Louie. For reference, I'm only 5'1". Louie is only a 9-pound dog. So for 8 feet for us, it is quite long. And I noticed that it just gets wrapped around his feet or my feet, and that 2 extra feet is too much. 6 feet is perfect for us.
If a customer is trying to decide between a standard BioThane leash and a hands-free leash, what questions should that customer ask themselves to decide which one is best for them?
If you prefer holding a leash in your hand and you want to keep it simple and you want just a traditional setup, then the standard BioThane leash would be your better option for yourself. However, if you like your hands to be hands-free while you're walking, jogging, on the trails, running, anything like that, then definitely the hands-free leash would be a better option for you. It also depends what kind of activities you're going to be doing with your dog or how much control you need with your dog. Like I mentioned with Louie, I don't need a lot of control with him. So to be hands-free at all times is definitely good enough for us. But if you need maximum control, definitely the standard leash would be a little bit better, just so you can pull on your dog when needed. If your dog is going to be pulling you hands-free and be all over the place, you're not going to want to be hands-free with your dog. You need to be able to stay in control. And then again, standard would be best for that type of dog. Next, let's talk about rope leashes. These have become a very popular item in our collection, and we do offer 3 different styles. Rob, can you tell us about the difference and the similarities between each of these leashes?
Yeah, Jen. So for our rope leashes, I use them all the time as well, and they are quite popular with our customers. Now we have 3 different ranges for the rope leashes. There's Fernie, there's Mountain Lakes, and there's Squamish. So I'm going to walk through all 3 of these and what a customer should choose when they're trying to select a rope leash for the activities that they're doing. The standard one we have here is the Fernie rope leash. This one here is 5 feet long. It comes with a carabiner at the end. This is where you hook up the dog to the harness. This one, the brake strength on this one is around 5,000 pounds. So if you're with a dog that's very strong, big puller, if you're going out for a hike, you can use this type of leash. This leash here is available in 5 feet, 8 feet, and 15 feet, depending on your activity. The 5 feet, I'd recommend for around town. When you're getting to 8 feet, I'd recommend that for hiking. And then the 15 feet, I'd recommend that for training or camping with your dog or at the beach. The Fernie rope leashes also come in a clasp option instead of a carabiner. Comes in 5 feet or 8 feet. So the clasp here is good for smaller dogs. So if you have a dog under 20 pounds, a dog like Louie, that's Jen's dog, then you choose a clasp option. The Fernie also, if you're looking for training, we also have a slip lead. A slip lead, there is no clasp. You would put this around the dog's neck, and there's a stopper here that you could use as well. And this would be around the dog's neck. This is really popular for training. The Fernie slip lead, this comes in 5 feet only. The other option that we have is the Mountain Lakes rope leashes. These come in 5 feet, 8 feet, and 15 feet. The difference with this rope leash is that it's a polypropylene rope. The brake strength on this is around 3,000 pounds and it's lighter. So if you're looking for a leash that's a little bit lighter compared to the Fernie rope leashes, this would be a good option. Also, this type of rope floats in water. So if you're at the river, at the beach, paddleboarding with your dog, this would be a better option compared to the Fernie rope leashes. The last option that we have is the Squamish rope leashes. So the big difference with the Squamish rope leash is this is made by real climbing rope. So we recycle climbing rope from different climbing facilities. We get that used rope and we make rope leashes out of this. They come in 5 feet or 8 feet long. The break strength on this would be 5,000 pounds plus, and it comes with the carabiner option. One question we get asked quite a bit, is there a way to make a rope leash hands-free? So right now I'm going to demonstrate that to you guys, and I'm going to stand up for this, Jen. So this is a standard 8 feet leash, and I'm going to make this hands-free. So we got on one side, this is where the carabiner clip is that goes on the dog's harness. On the other side, we got the handle. So we're just going to take the carabiner side of the leash and put it out of the way for now. And what we're going to do is measure this up to our waist, and you need a second carabiner. So to make this possible, a second carabiner, you're going to take this second carabiner and attach it to the handle, and you're going to put this around your waist, and you're going to measure up where you need to do another knot on your leash here. So we're just going to do an overhang knot. So I'm just measuring it up here. I'd say right about there. I need another knot. I'm just going to put that down for a second. Tie the knot. So once you got the knot, you'll put it around your waist. And now you got hands-free option with your rope leash. And you take the other end and put this on your dog's harness or collar, and you're ready to go hands-free. That is how you go hands-free with a rope leash.
Next up is the Canadian Rockies leash. It comes in bronze, red, and yellow. While it shares some similarities as the all-mountain leash, the biggest difference is that there is no bungee at the end, and it also has a locking carabiner to attach to your dog's harness or collar. It's a great choice for dog owners who want the option of going hands-free without having the stretchy bungee at the end. This leash is ideal for everyday walks, for training, where consistent control is important.
Hey Jen, next up is our tactical leash. This leash here is for dog owners that want ultimate control with their dogs and for dog owners that have bigger dogs. If you have a German Shepherd, a Bull Mastiff, a Rottweiler, these types of dogs, you're going to want to look at this option for a leash because this leash is heavy duty. So right off the bat, these leashes have metal clips. That's one difference with these leashes. And you can also go hands-free with this leash. So with the handle, you can unclip the buckle and go hands-free. Right here, it will get bigger and it can go around your waist. It's got a nice soft handle. It's got a D-ring as well by the handle, so you can clip something onto there. The webbing is super strong. So this is a nylon webbing. Instead of a traditional leash that is 1 inch wide, this one is 1.25 inches wide. The difference with this leash as well, compared to our all-mountain leashes, is it doesn't have a bungee at the end. However, it does have this handle. So this handle at the end is super convenient to control your dog in situations at an intersection or you need that ultimate control with your dog. At the bottom as well, this can unclip. So you'd have this on its own, or you can clip it back in to make it a standard leash again. Again, you can unclip that and you would just have a super short leash with a handle for your dog. Clip it back in and you're good to go for walking with your dog. Another key difference with this is that instead of a snap hook, this one has a swivel carabiner at the end. This gives you extra strength walking your dog and the comfort of mind to know that your dog is not going to come unloose with the swivel carabiner.
Let's talk about Paw Mountain. So Paw Mountain was made specifically for Louie. Just kidding. It was made for all small dogs. It comes in 5 foot and 8 foot, and you can also go hands-free with it. It's a lightweight leash that's comfortable and easy for you and your small dog.
Next up in our collection, I'm going to talk about our couplers. So the whole premise with the coupler is that you can walk 2 dogs with the couplers. Now these come in the Canadian Rockies, so you can get it in yellow, bronze, or red. As well, we have BioThane couplers, and that comes in multiple colors. So with the couplers, you have a D-ring at one end, and at this end, you're gonna attach your leash to this end, and then you got 2 snap hooks at the bottom. The snap hooks would hook onto 2 dogs' collars or their harnesses. Once it's connected, this will not get tangled. So the greatest benefit with these couplers is once you're walking your dog with 1 leash, they're not gonna get tangled compared to having 2 leashes and the dogs are crisscrossing and you're getting totally tangled. If you're doing 1 leash with 1 coupler, the dogs won't get tangled while you're walking your dogs. Greatest option for multiple dogs and outside adventures with your pups. All right, so that wraps up our guide to Rocky Mountain Dogs leash lineup. Whether you're looking for an everyday walking leash, an hands-free option, something built for training or control, or a leash designed specifically for small dogs, we have an option to fit every lifestyle and every adventure.
Thank you for joining us. We hope this episode helped you find the perfect leash for you and your dog. In the description below, there is a link to our blog post that goes over all of the options as well. To learn more about any of the leashes that we talked to you about today, please head to rockymountaiндog.ca. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and share with your friends and family. Until next time, get outside, explore, and enjoy an adventure with your dog.